Why is nothing?
That
I
was
can't
really
figure out.
dramatic.
Wasn't that dramatic? And isn't that cool that I hide? Oh, look, there we are.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not new at this or anything. No, not
That
at
was
all.
so smooth. We are
Yes.
pros.
Yeah,
We are
woo! Gotta
pros.
love that.
We have no
Rachel,
glitches.
no, what's a glitch? I saw no glitch. It just went straight through, smooth like butter. I'm going with
Smooth
that.
like butter.
Smooth like butter.
Yeah.
Rachel, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Mr. Miller.
Yeah, who's that? Mr. Miller? Oh, that's me, huh? Yeah.
You need some chapstick.
You know, it's kind of windy, but you know nothing about wind down there, do you?
No,
No,
nothing at
no,
all.
nothing at all. In case you're just joining us for the first time, and you might be, Rachel is down there in Ventura County, and she is surrounded by fire. Where she's at, it's not right next to her, but it's in the vicinity.
Yeah, and I just found out that now, I'm in Thousand Oaks, and I just found out that there's things aflame in Simi Valley now. So as we sit here, I'm thinking it's time for me to pack a little to-go bag, just in case.
Yeah, that's not a horrible idea. As we talked a little bit earlier, there are. It is a. I don't know that I have words. Watching the news down there and watching all this fire and destruction is just. It's. I don't really have words. I guess right now there's 5 different fires happening down in Southern California, and just destruction. We're having a what they call a wind event. Winds up to 100 miles an hour in some cases, which is just craziness. And I am up here in the high desert. I'm in a town called Ridgecrest, and we have no fires. Knock on wood. Is we get crazy W, otherwise known as wind. I think right now we're sitting at about 40 miles an hour sustained, gust to 60, but we don't have fires to go along with that. So, like I said, if you're just joining us, we talk about everything real estate, and to go along with that, we have fun stuff to go along with that. Rachel has a background in A, real estate, B, in fitness and nutrition, and has done a number of things. And myself, I don't have a degree in fitness. My fitness is round. Is that a shape? That's my shape. My shape is round. Is that a shape?
Well, it's a shape. Round is
a shape. Not the right shape, but it's a shape, right? We have we talk about all kinds of things. Rachel,
my hair is disappearing.
What's that?
My hair is disappearing. I'm a ghost.
You're a ghost? Well, you're disappearing. Ah! Well, didn't you say you had?
Sorry to interrupt you. Keep going.
Well, that's why we can't sit together. Is we will be separated. You over there, you over there. Like, yeah, we will.
There you
go. Rachel and I worked for 2 different brokers. I worked for a company called Epic Realty, and Rachel works for. I'm going to let her say it because I always say the name. Oh, look, she's making me say it. Gratis.
Gratis Homes. It sounds like gratitude. Gratis.
And is gratitude. Gratis Homes.
I think gratis also means free. So we got to be careful.
It does. Well, you get free information.
We do get free information and free smiles.
Don't make me laugh when I'm drinking water. That's the last thing I want. Water come out of my nose. Information. People have said to me, Scott, why are you doing a podcast with someone who's not at your brokerage? Well, Rachel and I have known each other for a long time. And we do work for different brokerages. We work in totally different markets. She works in a market where houses sell for could be millions of dollars. And I think, I will have those things up in a minute when I pull it up here, but I think your average home sale down there is what, $900,000 or something like that is your median income or median price down there?
Currently.
Yeah, $900,000. Where my median is $180,000.
For a single, yeah, for a 4-bedroom, 2-bath.
$900,000.
It's fun
Four-bedroom,
stuff.
4-bedroom, 2-bath here, 280.
Yeah.
But I'm also 150 miles from the nearest shopping. And
Oh,
your market,
die.
Amazon is, Amazon is my friend.
You know what? Amazon is my friend too, but I also have the Oaks Mall literally walking distance away. So,
Rachel, tell me more. I haven't been down there in a while, but you have the Oaks Mall in your area. What else do you have down there? As far as, yeah.
Good question, Mr. Miller.
I try.
As well, but an interesting fact is, and as I think a lot of us are very aware, mall shopping is really starting to wane, and there's a lot of large shopping mall properties that are starting to go bankrupt, and investors are coming in and buying those properties and doing more creative things with them. So put it in your notes. I'll do more research on it, and we can circle back to it next week when we talk. But the Oaks Mall has been purchased by a development company, and there are going to be big changes coming to the Oaks Mall. There's rumors, and in fact, I am going to a series of meetings, if you will, at the Civic Arts Plaza, and it's going to be a lot of like developers and city planners that are coming in to give just to start informing us of what the vision is for Thousand Oaks over the next 10 to 15 years. One of the things that's going on right now is Thousand Oaks Boulevard, which is like the main boulevard, obviously, in Thousand Oaks. They're starting to put in a lot of flashing crosswalks on the boulevard now, because there is this idea that they're putting in more pubs, more bars, more boutique shops, almost like I imagine that one day they're trying to make it look like State Street in Santa Barbara, where it still is a road that you drive up and down, but it's for pedestrians, and it's for shopping, and it's for eating, and it's for entertainment, and it's for community and that type of thing. A little strange because Thousand Oaks Boulevard is a very big street. It's 2 lanes each way. State Street is a lot narrower, a lot smaller, so it's safer. So right now, people who live in Thousand Oaks who are used to just like going down Thousand Oaks Boulevard at 35, 45 miles an hour because we're not used to having to look for pedestrians, now we're like, holy smokes, like there's people crossing the street now. So you have to like really watch out for that. There's also, I know you want to say something, but let me finish this. There's also development coming where there's, the multi-purpose buildings where there's restaurants and merchants on the bottom and residential on the top. That's happening in 3 different locations now on Thousand Oaks Boulevard. And I have more I can go talk about, but I know that you have things you want to interject here.
So I'm going to read, I think I heard what you just said. They're going to have, like, I'm going to say a pizza place on the bottom floor, and then the top floor, they're going to have living.
It's already happening. We have, and in fact, you know what I think I will try and do is this week go out and take some footage, some pictures, and we can kind of show that on our next show, and we can talk about it. But it's new development as well as taking over old buildings. But we have a place right now on Thousand Oaks Boulevard. Many people in my area know what Tarantula Hill is. It's a big brewery on one side of the boulevard. They put in a flashing
Tarantula
crosswalk.
Hill, like a spider. Did you see Tarantula Hill?
Well, there's the whole Tarantula Hill legend. We have Tarantula Hill. Yeah. Well, Tarantula Hill is like a hill out here in Thousand Oaks by Redwood Middle School, and
I'll have to look at
I'm sure. I think there was. I think there is. But I want to shut up. I need to find the history. Shut up. Zip your lip. So anyways, there is one place that has a sushi bar at the bottom now. I think it's called I Love Sushi. There was a coffee place, but it closed, unfortunately, pretty quickly. I think parking was an issue. And on top are these beautiful, they're condo/townhomes that are for lease. They are lease And then on the other side, we have another building that of same nature. So I'll do a little bit of research and take some pictures, and then I'll bring all that stuff back for the next podcast. But circling back to the Oaks Mall, so that has been purchased. We're going to have some, I'll have some exciting news to keep people updated on what's going on with that, because I'm attending some meetings. But other things that are around, I would say more out in the Westlake area, which is, you know, still kind of considered Thousand Oaks. We've got great restaurants popping up all the time. We have restaurants that have been around a long time. We have some that didn't make it through COVID, and new restaurants are popping up. So there is a good amount of things to do out here. We have great movie theaters, and we're surrounded by hiking trails, and, you know, we can always segue into that at some point. But yeah, there's plenty to do and see and enjoy out here. And the Canyon Club is awesome because you can go see really, really great concerts and not have to go into Los Angeles for that.
Now, is the Canyon Club still doing, I'm going to call it like more of an intimate setting type of thing? It's like 500 people type of thing?
Oh, not even 500. Yeah.
Oh,
but I've seen, I mean, and you can get some really great rockers. I mean, you know, they're all, you know, the older ones. Like I've seen, you know, Motley Crue, I've seen Loverboy, I've seen Kenny Loggins there, I've seen Pat Benatar. Like,
I'm not sure we can be friends anymore.
Just to like, why? Because I like that music, or because you're jealous?
No, because I want to go and I want to see them. That's why.
Yeah, no, it's really fun. It's really fun. There's a lot of cover bands going on there right now. We're not getting a lot of real names. There's a lot of cover bands, which I'm not that great of a fan of, but it's a great place to go. It's fun.
So it's funny, Rachel, we talked about what we were going to talk about today, and we kind of went off topic, but that's cool.
I don't even remember what it was. Oh,
I don't
our reports.
We have those, but I want to go back to the other, what you were just talking about a second ago. So from Thousand Oaks to LA, what is that? Half in normal everyday traffic? How far is it to LA?
Well, what do you mean LA?
Hollywood.
Hollywood? Like Sunset?
Sure.
No traffic.
Just yes.
Just like regular, no stopping, just go.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never done it. I would have to say, I mean, probably a half hour.
Okay, so
25 minutes if it's smooth and you're just going, 25 minutes or 2.5 hours.
Like right now, it'd be 2.5 hours. So the people we have watching on the East Coast, they're like, why would I want to move down to the LA area? Well, you don't have to move to LA. You can move into Thousand Oaks in the Westlake Village area, and you could be a half an hour to Hollywood. However, what you're just talking about is, okay, 45 minutes. They could move in down there and talk to Rachel over at Gratis Homes and find their perfect home.
Yeah.
And right there in Thousand Oaks, Westlake, Simi Valley, that whole area down there, you have hiking trails, you have movie theaters, you have restaurants, you have
great schools.
You are ridiculously close to the beach.
So incredibly close. And I think in about 20 years, we might be beachfront property.
Well, you know, we tease us up here in Ridgecrest. We say that we already have the sand. We just need everything else to fall off, and then we'll have beachfront property.
You just need the ocean to reach you. I have lived out here all my life, with the exception of when I moved to Vegas to go to school. I came back as soon as I could. And I drive to the beach often, and it never ceases to amaze me. And I never take for granted how quick and easy it is to be able to get to our beautiful coastline from Thousand Oaks. Even Westlake, Calabasas, Agoura, even closer, because those are the canyons you take. And it's such a joy and a pleasure, and it's an incredible privilege to be able to get to Malibu, Zuma, County Line, Santa Monica, all within 20 to 30 minutes.
You know,
and a pretty drive.
It is pretty drive. I lived in Simi Valley for 25 years. I can count on one hand the number of my fingers disappeared. count on one hand the number of times I went to the beach.
Oh, Miller, yeah.
I know I can count on one hand, and it's funny. This was 2 months ago. I went to Florida. On my bucket list was to go stand in the Florida water, and I didn't make it to the water because I was busy. I didn't go, and I was going to take an Uber, and they're like, "Yeah, I'll be 3 hours." I'm like, "Oh, Florida's that big?" I didn't know Florida's that big.
I am in Florida, right? I'm not in Tennessee.
Yeah, I thought it was just like right there. Yeah, I had no idea. So I'm going to figure out if I can get my mouse to work here. I'm going to I'm going to share a screen. At least I think I am. I'm going to share that screen.
I love how you and I are the only ones that know we're here right now.
Yeah. Can you see that screen? You can. Good. Yay. So I'm going to hit, and here's your pending sales screen, Rachel. They're in the Ventura County area.
Can you enlarge that for me?
That's as big as I can go.
That's not true.
Well, I think it is. It's on my full screen.
No, you did it different before. Yeah, try again.
Did I do it different?
I'm seeing your desktop.
Okay. I don't know what just happened.
I'm freezing up right now.
Let me cancel this, and I'm going to cancel this, and I'm going to go just like that. How about that?
No, you need to select it and open it up.
I did.
No, it's not opening. There. Well, that's okay. Just close it. No.
Okay, I'll close it.
Just close it because I have the reports here, so I can basically just say. So basically, each week we strive to give a little real estate update, whether you are a buyer or seller, whether you're an agent. Agents and brokers, they look at this every day. But I think it's fun information for anyone who's really interested in either buying or selling. So my report closes December 21st. So the reports are usually about 10 days behind. And so as of December, I'm a little pixely. As of December 21st, 2024, in the cities of Thousand Oaks, Simi Valley, Moore Park, you're smiling and laughing. Why? What's the Village? What's happening? I am all business and you're a party. We're a mullet. What is going on?
I closed out. I went offline. I was totally gone. I was like, what happened? And I'm like, I'm gone.
I'm literally talking to nobody.
I was gone.
We gotta go.
I was like, where'd you go? Yeah.
Why are you
laughing? Yeah. I was completely gone. It was kind of funny. Anyway, as you were saying before you were so rudely interrupted.
I don't know. All right, right now in Simi Valley, Thousand Oaks, Westlake, Moore Park, Calabasas, Segura, we've got 46 homes on the market from this report that I printed out that reflects 2021, 2004. However, about 34 new homes just hit the market in the last 24 hours, which is amazing and not surprising because with that fire, people are like, I'm getting out of here.
Get me out of here.
Put this home on the market. Our median sales, you did mention, you asked me, what our median sales is. Last year, our median sales was about $455,000. That was the average price home for an average home of 4-bedroom, 2-bath. That's just the average home. Now our average price point is about $860,000. So we've gone down about 5% this time to last year. There you have it, Miller.
Oh, I missed half of it because I was off.
Well, I repeated myself for your benefit.
Oh, okay. We like that. By the way, I want you to know that the Ridgecrest Chamber of Commerce has been watching us. Just gave us a thumbs
that's
up.
One person? That's cool. Hello, Ridgecrest Chamber of Commerce.
Yes, it was Ridgecrest Chamber of Commerce.
We're big time now.
Right now, our business. I think that happened when I was offline. So you got a thumbs up, and I got a Scott. You're a dork. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. So, for the last 7 days here in Ridgecrest, we've had 15 new listings, ranging in price from a whopping $10,000 for a piece of dirt. And you know what? They're not making new dirt. They're not making new dirt. 10 grand for a piece of land for 10 grand, all the way up to $360,000 for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,700 square foot property in College Heights. So it does run the gamut. College Heights. Yes, there's a college here in Ridgecrest. And
Good. I wonder if I heard you right.
Yes, there is. It's a community college, but it's a college. It's called College Heights. And it's called College Heights. Or it's not. It's called Syracuse College. And you can get a 4-year degree there if you wanted to, 2-year degree. And it's they have it. Syracuse College is down in Lake Isabella and in Mammoth and in Lone Pine, I believe. So it's kind of a cool thing. The thing that I think was really interesting when I was pulling these reports earlier, and we touched on this earlier in the conversation we had earlier in the week, is we had 15 houses that came live. In the same breath, in the last 7 days, we had 13 listings that the MLS board is calling me right now. Isn't that interesting?
We gotta go,
Miller. we got a following now. I don't know who that was. Interesting. It wasn't mine either. We're done.
Answer it.
Well, they're gone now. I think it was not the MLS board because they would have left me a message.
Is this Scott Miller?
What? So,
is this Scott Miller?
In the last 7 days, we had 13 listings drop in price, which to me is very interesting. And that's something that I tend to. Well, I would say that people started figuring out that their houses were priced too high. As we were talking about earlier, it's not 2020 any longer. Thank goodness. I didn't like wearing a mask. Bite your tongue, Rachel. It's not 2020 anymore, and prices have stabilized, and the price of houses is normalized. And people have been trying to price their houses like it was in 2020, 2021, and they're not moving. But when houses are rightly, is that a word? Right priced, they sell.
Priced correctly?
Priced correctly. And the market will tell you is when you have your house listed and you get no traction, no activity, your house isn't priced right. Yes, I'm absolutely going to say, yes, it can be painful. I would rather my client price their house, I'm going to say at a lower price than a higher price, is we need eyes on it. And if it's priced too high, people aren't going to look at it. So right pricing the house is maybe price a little bit lower and get people to talk about it. I mean, everything in real estate is negotiable. Everything is negotiable in real estate. Is even these laws that came out recently from NAR. Everything's always been negotiable, but now there's a law that says it's negotiable. And that to me is very interesting. But bring your right price your house. Talk to your agent. And see what your agent has to say. And if you don't like what they say, talk to them. Say, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Agent, I think we should do this. Your agent is there to help you and guide you and help you. However, and I'm the first to say again, I get emotionally attached to my houses. But in the end of the day, it's not my decision. And I have to remember that. It's the customer's decision. All I can do is give them ideas on which way to go, and saying, this is the benefit of doing this. This is the benefit of doing this. And it's always fun when the customer says, what would you do? Let's talk about what you're going to do before we talk about what I would do.
You don't want to know what I would do.
Yeah. Well, Rachel and I have a running joke about some of the houses, and she's showing houses at $2.5 million. And I said, "Hey, this is the house I'm showing." And it was $26,000. And she's like, "Is it a teardown?" I'm like, "No."
Miller, you don't
It's not a
paint me
teardown.
very good light.
Well, that particular house wasn't, but there are houses that are. There's a couple houses I've done for, that are definitely, but it's also the different markets, and that's part of the reason why I think doing these are so fun, is we have such different markets. So, going back, 13 different houses in the last 7 days dropped in price. Doing the last 30 days, it's even a bigger number. I'm finding it to be about 40% of that price. 40% of the houses drop in price. I don't have the days on market on these. My rule of thumb is we get no traction in the first 7 days. It's time to look at the price. And no traction means you're not getting any phone calls, you're not getting any emails. Not you being the customer, you being the agent.
Right.
That's how I feel about that. So yeah, your turn. I'll stop talking now.
What do I have? My turn.
Oh, I'm gonna stand back and look. I'll be. Yeah.
Coward.
Kind of.
Well, are we staying on this topic, or are we going to wrap it? Do you want to launch into something else? I think we've kind of chatted long enough. We can talk about we are working on having a guest next week.
Well, I think he's locked down, isn't he?
Yes.
Yes, he is, Scott. Yes, he is.
With a rubber band. He is locked in with a rubber band. John Watawa.
You may like what?
John Watawa, somebody that was in your Rolodex that you connected me with, is very shortly after I got my license. And John, who is the owner, CEO, CFO, founder, and mortgage extraordinaire, he owns California Superior Mortgage. And he was very, very kind to sit with me for quite some time and really explain to me what he does from A to Z and everything in between. So he was super nice, bought me a coffee. I will never forget it. And I remember I was just after getting my license and joining a brokerage, I was just like, I don't know. What do I do now? What do I do now? And I sat with him for a good long while. And do you remember what I said when I got in the car and I called you? I remember what I said. Do you remember? Come on, Miller.
I don't know what I had for breakfast.
Well, I don't remember what I had for breakfast, but I got in my car and I felt such a sense of relief.
Yes.
Because I felt like I was like really well informed, and just like this guy was just so great. And I got in my car and I called you, Miller, and you answered the phone. You said, "Well, how did it go?" And I went, "I feel like I need a cigarette."
And you don't even smoke, so that was even crazier.
But I was just like, "Oh, God, that was great." So I reached out to John, and he said that he is very willing to jump onto our little podcast here. And he's got some fun hobbies too. He writes children's books, and he loves cigars. And
I have one of his books.
I do too. Ant in my mosquito on my burrito, or something like that.
Yes,
I got it from my daughter, who was 17 at the time. And so he writes children's books. He loves to enjoy cigars with the guys. He was also a track coach at one point, I believe. He's a grandpa, he's a dad, he's a great guy. And so it'll be fun to have him on. He loves to talk and interact, and he loves community grassroots stuff. He's a really cool guy.
Yeah, John is definitely a good guy. And I'm only going to touch on this for a second, and then we'll continue it probably next week. Is you hit the nail on the head again. People get their license, and they said, "Oh, now what?" I'm sure you've seen it. Is people get their license and they're like, "Oh, I got my license. I'll be busy now," and there's nothing going on.
That's where it all begins all over again.
Right. I'm not going to say it out loud, but I'm going to say it out loud. It's pass now, learn later. It's a very vigorous course to get your real estate license, and to figure out who, what, when, why, where, how. In California, there's 380,000 agents in California, something like that. It's just a ridiculous number. And being able to connect to that customer. And I heard in California, there's 4 agents to every customer. So being able to connect to that customer and have that simpatico that you are able to speak with that customer and have it go the way everyone wants it to go is important. And is that agent going to do what you as the customer want him or her to do? I was talking to someone the other day. I had this agent, Scott, and I didn't feel like he was doing anything. Well, the scary thing about that is, I would say 80% of what we do as agents, you'll never see. It's the phone calls to the finance guy. It's the phone calls to the contractor. It's going over at 3:00 in the morning when you hear that there's been a break-in around the corner and you have to go make sure your house is okay. There's a lot of behind the scenes things that people never see. And you don't want to say, hey, I went over and did this. And that's what we do for a living, is we're connectors and we get things done. So I think we should go ahead and wrap. And I don't mean wrap because I can. Scott, no, I'm not going to. People will cry.
I love the fact that you used simpatico. Good for you.
That's the only big word I know is simpatico. I don't know any other words. I know epic. Is that a word? That's a word, epic.
It is.
That is
good word.
Gratis. Yeah.
Good word.
I have to turn my heads. We should switch hats, and that would confuse people.
Oh.
Yes, that would confuse people. Oh, look at that. So next week is, what's today? Today's Wednesday, right? Yeah, today's Wednesday. Yeah. So next Wednesday we will.
3 o'clock. The 15th.
We will have 15th. We'll have Johnny on here, and we'll have Rachel and myself. And until next time, we will keep thinking about real estate. And if you should have any questions about real estate, or anything we talk about, or have ideas for guests, Rachel, where can you be reached at?
I can be reached. My email is let's do Rachel, Rachel at Gratis Homes, or 22 Rachel Moreno, both at gmail.com.
And
actually, Gratis Homes is not gmail.com. I messed that up. Can we start over? Cut, edit. Just go with 22 Rachel Moreno at gmail.com.
Yeah, because you're 22, right?
Mm-hmm. Lucky number 22.
There you go. 22 with experience, right? Yes. Don't answer that.
Forever 22.
That. Yes. I think never mind. I can be reached at Scott Miller at epic, epique.me. Epic, Scott Miller at epic.me, or call me 760-264-3501, or you can even find me on the web at sellingridgecrest.com.
Nice job. Before we sign off, let's just say our prayers for people who are enduring these fires right now, hoping everybody stays as safe as possible, and wishing everybody just health and well-being. And the winds have let up, so thank God, but fires are still kind of popping up everywhere. And so take care of yourself and others, and be kind. Be patient if you're out in these areas. I was out today. It was super high, intense emotions and moods, really rough. So be patient, be kind, be helpful.
I couldn't have said that better myself. Remember your firefighters out there. What you said, ditto, is emotions are high. Very good. Rachel, I will talk to you very soon. And see you and John next week.
Sounds
Until
good.
then, take care, guys.
Ciao. Bye-bye.